What is going on, you dead set legends? Welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, and no, your eyes are not deceiving you. We have the big fella on the show. He was the hottest talking point at one stage in the arm wrestling career. Every time we spoke, it was Alex. It was Alex. It was Alex. And then, poof, just disappeared. But, ladies and gentlemen, he is here, the Polish Viking, good friend of mine, Alex Kurdecha. Alex, how are you, my man?
Cool, nice to see you, buddy, and nice to be with you on this show. Like I said before, it's a big times for arm wrestling, and I need to help make it even bigger.
we need it, mate. We need it because, I mean, you've watched it for afar. You've been involved in it yourself, which we will get to a little bit later on. But yeah, we've been dying to know what's going on. So the first question, I guess I've got to ask, where have you been?
So the very simple answer, I always been somewhere very near to the main things happens. Like my last fight should be with Artem on the last East versus West, but he was want to take the small break, maybe not so small, until the summer. That's why it was postponed. Previously, I was 2 times like a guest there and enjoying the show. And after that, like I also take some break, but it's only the stop before the storm. I think now at the summer, in the summer period, summer will be very hot. So, sometimes you need to train even more harder and more persistently and, more patiently to achieve your maximum results. Sometimes you need to take a break. That's why I understand guys who want to take a break. And, I do the same for now. I have a big plans for come back and, absolutely, I will be there.
We'll talk about those plans in a minute. Give everyone a flex. Show them how you. Hey, jeez, look at that. That's ripping through your shirt. That is thick. Everyone's just saying g'day. They're all saying ready bang, and they're very happy. Ready freaking bang. Everyone's really excited. Big Troy's excited. He says Kurdecha in the house. Ready bang. Everyone's very excited to see you. With the growing popularity of arm wrestling, has your American football taken a step back? Because you're very heavily involved with it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's always been in my heart, always like the beautiful memories with this sport. But now, arm wrestling take all the time, and like I said, in this period was my absence on the stage. We started organizing something in my country, in Poland, and especially in the capital, in Warsaw City. And you're absolutely right. I feel it even from the crowd. I feel it even from the another sports that arm wrestling now going to the top. Even to compare to another sport, it's going to the top, and it's much more easier now to organize something. It's much more easily now to promote something. And I believe it's a good times. It's a starting of the good times for arm wrestling and arm wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, it's brilliant. A few things before we start getting into like the future of what you're doing. You were at arguably one of the biggest events, if not the biggest event last year at King of the Table 4. You pulled Corey West. What was that? And of course, it was headlined by Devon versus Levan. What was that atmosphere, that build up, that excitement like compared to a top 8 vendetta, which you've been involved in many times?
Guys, like to say about what we have today, we have couple of very, very good events. Like one of them is King of the Table. And King of the Table, when on the headline was Saginashvili, Levan, and Lara Devon, it was something amazing because it was really the point where all the world say we have the king of arm wrestling world in our sport. And Levan became the king because it was like something between all the around all the world, all accept that, yeah, Levan is the strongest. And, it was some fantastic kind of emotions there. To compare with top eight final was also the brilliant because you already know the history of every athlete. Every athlete's become a little bit like a hero. It's a little bit dramatic. The stories, how athletes live, how they rest, about their dreams, about their goals. It is a lot of collaboration between athletes, a lot of camps and everything else. And this, final part, it's like a final piece of the cake, the top of the top. And I remember it also was probably it was like the same level of emotions. Everyone was feeling the same, I believe. That when you are the guest on this party and you are the viewer and you feel this electricity, you feel this energy from the guys. It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, it looks the top eight. I've never been to a top eight. Lucky enough to be to a couple of King of the Tables, and if top eight is anything like King of the Table, then yeah, I can understand when you're talking about electricity and things like that. It would be amazing. You've pulled a lot of people. We're going to go through some pulls in a moment. But at King of the Table 4, what was it like pulling someone heavier than you? Because it's very rare that you pull someone that is bigger than you.
Honestly, it was fun and interest because for a lot of guys, it's something absolutely new. This is a beautiful stage, beautiful place, and the level of athletes says without any special words about how great the show will be. And to pull with Corey, it was like something special because he's the biggest. But before, when I pulled with Ryan also was like 190 or 95 kilos. So it was only 10 kilos difference between those guys. Yeah. And, for Corey, I think it's also maybe was something like experience to pull because when you have tall opponent or big, wide opponent, you need to change something. Sometimes you need to change during the matches, during the arm fights, like between the rounds, what do we want to do. And for me, the main challenge, it was the things that we have a little bit another kind of setup, different type of rules in every match. Every pair have different rules. And for me, at the beginning, it was about the setup. Because, in WAF, judges do a lot of job for athletes. Here, athletes do the job. Athletes should keep care about everything. Of course, they need to hear the commands from the judge, but they really need to take care about the positions. Nobody else will be take care about you if you are not take care about yourself. So you need to be confident. You need to know what you do, and you need to push the game in the way how you want. And the first round, it was the question about who will be pushing harder. Corey did a great job. And after that, I just find the key, and use this key to win.
Yeah, and just threw a 200-kilo bloke to the other side of the table. It was a super impressive effort at the last King of the Table. We definitely all enjoyed it. How much are you weighing at the moment?
Now?
Right now.
Like 148 kilos.
You look the slimmest.
Yeah.
148 kilos.
A lot of guys tells me this. I know. I always, when I go a little under 150, I don't know, like basketball player, skeleton, skinny type of something. Yeah.
I'm 100 kilos, and I wish I looked like you with an extra 50 kilos. Like I'm a slob at 100 kilos. So yeah, you're looking brilliant. Is it frustrating? Thank you everyone for joining us. Everyone's just saying some amazing things about Alex. They're very happy. James M saying Alex is huge. Brazilian arm wrestler. Alex Frame is gigantic. Great potential. Yeah, everyone's saying nice things. Evening to you, Phil, and everyone in the chat. Does it get frustrating being invited to events and not pulling? Because you've been to East versus West a couple of times now as a guest, but you know, myself and the arm wrestling world, we want to see you on the table, and you're not on the table. Is it frustrating that you're like, oh yeah, I'll come watch?
No, guys. You know, for me, it was the first time, and now definitely not last, because it's something absolutely new. When you go, you're part of the stage. Yes, you are enjoying the show, but you are always thinking about your match, about everything, you know, because you need to be according to the timetable in the needed places and everything else. But when you go and just enjoy, you can, you know, speak with everyone you want. You like collaborate with everyone you want. Like you are the part of the party, and you doing what you want. So you like enjoying every match from the best point of view. Thanks to organizers, thanks to organizer of King of the Table, thanks to organizers of East versus West, to Engin. It's a beautiful that guys also starts to invite the guests, because you know, you have athletes, you have viewers, guests. It's also cool part of the show. Like also commentators, like they are brilliant. They give the show to the people and show it from the best point of view, and help to feel these emotions. And it's cool that now our sport already in the point when it's become like professional, really professional, because we have professional stage, we have, you know, algorithm, we have the places with eliminations, we have the professional tournament, we have like the greatest professional tournaments and greatest events. And now it looks like that other sports says, oh, I know about arm wrestling. I watched King of the Table. I remember the Levan. I know Alex. I know Hermes. I know Devon and rest of guys. Even the guys who watched the first time in their life, now they start, even in Poland, in higher school, they start to organize championships. And, you know, it's beautiful because they just get the info about arm wrestling from the YouTube, from the pay-per-view, or from the anything else where they get the info about match and just watch it and be excited, you know.
Yeah, well, speaking of YouTube, you stopped doing that as well. What have you just been doing? Because for a while there, you were having matches, traveling the world, doing seminars and attending events, which was awesome. And then you were doing some interviews, some podcasts on YouTube, which were great. But then you just stopped everything.
Yeah, like last 2 months, it was like a big break, because before it was like involved in everything. Yeah. And after, I think about small break. Of course, I searching about every event, about every competition, but not so close. And not so many videos we doing on the YouTube, but now it will be starting again. And you know, sometimes you just need small break, and after you become after this rest, you come back to all kind of activities, even with the fresh power. So sometimes, sometimes we go not like to do lazy things, but we go into the rest to make a small pause to come back with, you know, high storm energy.
Well, let's get into it with the comeback. When is the comeback? When is Alex's next match?
Honestly, the match was planned on the last East versus West. We speak with Engin. It was idea about left and right matches, and the left match was should be with Artem. Artem wants to take a break, and I absolutely understand him because he has an awesome year about a lot of matches right and left, and he deserves it. And actually now he also have very big upcoming matches in the summer. And on the last East versus West, it was planned, but because of he wants to take a break, we postponed it for the future time. I believe it will be in the summer, and the summer will be very, very hot.
Oh, have there been other matches offered to you? Have other promotions reached out around the world and say we want you to have this match?
Yeah, a lot of guys ask me. First of all, I want to say thank you, all of you guys who writes to me, ask me how are you, when you will become back, and I always trying to give an answers to everyone. But like I said, I also miss this atmosphere, this feeling when you part of the show. Yeah, but when you want to come back, you want to come back with the sound. You just not so just to be, because sometimes why you need actually the rest and the pause, because I'm the guy who love, if work hard, if rest very hard, even harder, and I don't want to do something between, so not 100% concentration on the matches, or not 100% rest, and do something like and a little on the half power. That's why, because of this, only because of this reason. So if you want to take a rest, also take a good rest and come back stronger than you go.
Yeah, no, I quite like it. So will you save yourself just to have that match with Morozov, or are you open to having different matches?
No, honestly, like, I don't just say that. I got some proposals, and we postponed that. So I remember about all organizers, and I appreciate all offers. And like I said, I'm open in the period of the beginning of the summer. And now I'm interested in the left arm and right arm also. Like, now we have not only right arm, we have beautiful left-handed matches, and that's nice. And when we will be confirmed, like with sign contracts, I think you will know about the future matches. But it definitely will be something interesting.
Oh, it'd be brilliant. Guys in the comments watching, first of all, hit the like button. And second, who do you want Alex to pull? Or who would you, because I've done a poll and I said, who should Alex pull next? And we had 4 options. 30% say Devon, 31% say Ermez, 33% say Denis Cyplenkov, and 6% say Levan. So everyone jump in the comments. Who do you think Alex should pull next? Some of the things are coming in already. They want you to pull Devon. UDD wants you to have a rematch with Dave, because that was a cool match.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a big lesson. Like I said, always the lessons give you more motivation than the winners, because winner, you just after chill, it's enough, I'm cool. But when you take the good lesson from the life, you come back bigger, stronger, smarter, and harder. So it's cool.
Absolutely. Benji Mac wants to know, will the long hair ever return?
Probably yes. I don't say no. For now, I'm absolutely chilling with this short haired card, guys. You don't need to spend too much time for that. But the old school style of Viking also, it's inside of me. It's always will be like the part of me. I always, when I recognize myself, it's it's something with this. Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take to, when you first cut it, How long did it take when you started looking yourself in the mirror to get used to having short hair?
I always have the braid, yeah. So that's why it's for me. It's not a big difference because if I don't do this or this, it's even from the front. It's hard to say I have the old or new. But because now, yeah, I have this beautiful thing. But before it was the same, like you know.
Mine's running out. I might just do a Toddzilla very soon. Who do you want, Alex? Who do you want to pull? Forget about the proposals. We're not, trying to get an answer out of you. But if you got to pick your next couple of opponents, who would you love to pull?
Okay, I will tell you about left and right couple of names. On the left, Morozov, also probably the winner of the match, which will be between Tobias and Vitaly.
Yeah.
And Dadikian is also awesome. If he will repair his injuries, I think he's, according to his match with Morozov, was also absolutely amazing. And on the right, it's absolutely Dave Chaffee on the list number one because he's my aim. You know it. The rest of guys, it's Jerry, Gennady, Hermes, also Morozov, and of course Devon.
Yeah.
And after that, of course, if he will be successful, going to the big fish to Levon.
So the ultimate goal still is to be number one in the world?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Nothing is changed because, when you love something, you don't stop love it if you're doing it not too much times or like not too many time you spend in it. It's if you have something in your heart, in your mind, it's for the long. If it's real, it's for the long. And for me, I always say it and repeat that I'm understand that arm wrestling, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you need to be a patient. You need to work on your mistakes. You need to become better and better year by years. I have huge respect for the guys like Devon who improved skills by years. Not like you have just a gift from the God and you become the champion and that's it, but you improve and improve and improve. And for me, like to say I'm starting from 2017, so it's only 5 years now. Yeah. So and also we have some breaks because of pandemic and etc. So I think everything most interesting in the future.
Yeah. Oh, mate, we cannot wait. But speaking of Levan, were you excited that Erdemes was able to hold Levan? Was there a bit like, oh wow, now I think Alex can do something against Levan?
Guys, always we need to count on the point where guys have the collision, have the arm fight, and have the battle. Because we have the potential, it's a level of potential of skills, energy, and power. And we have the really level on the day when we have the competition. So honestly, yes, absolutely. I understand my power a little bit more better than previously, and I understand my potential power. So I know what to do to become better, stronger, and to be a better arm wrestling. And I know that it's not to ask myself to be it in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. Like I said before, I understand how much how much time he spent to be who he are now. Yeah. Because I remember the matches from probably 2012 or 13 when he was starting in the Europe in the category 110. I remember that time. So how many years he spent to be himself. The same about Devon. Devon is a legend, and he becomes better and better and better by years. And even now, he continues to improve. So for me, I know that it's absolutely cool way to find yourself inside you better. You know, don't. I love this says don't put any limits. Just go and check yourself, and after you check, become better. And after that, one more time check yourself, and after that, become better. And like I said, sometimes lessons give you more motivation than just the victories. So for me, absolutely, I don't want to like stop on some stage and say that's enough. I will always will go to the peak. I will go to the main fish, biggest top.
That's what we want. And I'm gonna start a poll now. I'm gonna say, how many years until Alex becomes number one? We'll ask everyone in the audience. So we'll go 0 to 1 years, 2 to 3. We'll go 3 plus. Where's the plus button? And then we'll say not going to happen. Okay, there we go. We'll ask everyone in the chat. They can vote on the poll as everyone's getting in there. We'll just go to a couple of comments. What have we got? People would like to see Alex versus Rivas. Harsh wants it. Lagia wants it. The Drew 24 says you're a natural giant already. I mean, what are you, 6'6"? 6'6"?
It's like something like 202 in centimeters.
Yeah. So around there, which is good. Oh, there we go. Neil Pickup's even in the chat. He says, "Great. How you going, Neil? Great to have you back in the mix again. If I could work with this lad technically, I know that I could make him an absolute weapon back in Arm Wars in 2023. Let's go." Would you want Neil as a coach?
Absolutely, yes. You know, if I need to count the people who have this understanding level, Neil will be on the list. Absolutely. Like guys like Devon, Neil, Engin, John, you know, sometimes people don't understand how much these guys can give you, you know, how much they understand and how shorter and easier, honestly, will be your way if you will take some good mentors. So it's honestly the problem of amateurs that they don't have the good coaches. You know, if you have a good school, for example, like Kazakhstan guys, they have a good school of arm wrestling in Chardara Club. In the, I want to say about high hookers in Canada, they have Devon who can also show everything and explain. And for now, probably I'm the guy who like opened the gates for the guys who like step into arm wrestling in our country in Poland. And it's also a big honor to be somebody who opened the window, who opened the door to the guys in the world of arm wrestling.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think Neil, he probably has to be top 2 in most knowledgeable in the arm wrestling world. He's like a encyclopedia. It's ridiculous the knowledge that he has. But going back, we were speaking about Levan. I want to speak about Hermes because he's been on this massive rise and everyone's, you know, he's the man and he put on an awesome display at King of the Table. But always lingering in the conversation is, but he lost to Alex. He lost to Alex at, with Eagle's promotion. So you've jumped on the practice table with a new and improved Hermes. How did he feel? And 2, how do you think a match between you two would go now?
First of all, guys, we need to remember that practice, it's a practice. It's never the competition. And the beautiful example is Devon. One thing, it's a pull on the practice with Devon, and second thing, it's pull with him like in competition. About Hermes, he definitely got that lesson the day when he pulled with me, and he improved a lot. We pull a lot of times, left and right on like our secret trainings and open trainings. and sometimes we just check something and help each other to check something. And I definitely think that he was improved, and he also know it by his like basis on the exercise. And I believe that he can be even better, because he was absolutely deserved number 2 with a big ask for number 1. Levan was, just hitting everything like a wall, like without zero resistance. And now it was a very cool, tough match for Levan, and it's also motivation for him to become better, to check the gaps, to check the weaknesses, and become better version of himself. Hermes, according to my information, wants to rest a little bit and come back to with also I believe hunting on a big fish. For me, like I understand some mistakes sometimes, and I see in the couple of athletes the same mistakes. And the mistakes sometimes it's when you go because you go, but it was short call or not enough preparation, or you just don't want to say no, and you go. But sometimes when you are underdog and you have some challenge and nobody believes you, it's even helps you better. I honestly love to be underdog. In the match with Hermes previously, I was huge underdog, only 10% put on me and 90% put on him. And I was absolutely cool with these feelings. I remember the fire in my eyes that day. So it was very, very cool. And, I like these matches. So if we meet in the future, and it will be the good preparation for him and for me, I really believe it will be definitely very interesting match.
Mate, we just need you on the table. There's so many interesting matches with Morozov, Jerry, Rivas, Arif Adam, a rematch with Dave Chafee, pulling Devon. There's so many matches. So hurry up and get back on the table, or I'll get everyone to yell at you. That's what we that's what we need. But you also, and we'll continue on with all the practice pulls. You had that went viral and everything. The left arm pulling with Devon. Want to shed any light about the right arm that seems to have never made its way to YouTube?
Oh, guys. Yeah, of course we pull right and left. Of course. We pull a lot on left because when I was in Canada, I have like the matches with Big Rick. And before we already pull in the Devon place, beautiful place, in the High Hookers place. I want to say hello to everybody from High Hooker Club. And it was amazing. It was amazing, not only about the practice, not only about the sport part, but also about climate, about atmosphere, about energy. And of course, we pull a lot with Devon freedom arm wrestling, usual arm wrestling. And after that, after my match on the right, we also pull rightly. We invite a couple of guys. It was secret practice between us. And according to what we said that day, it was not for the open YouTube, but some guys know how it was, yeah. Because for me, it was also understandable, sometimes people just want to keep something, little bit in secret. It's good, yeah. But what I want to say about Devon, that he's amazing. He's the face of our medicine in my eyes. And like he said, that all of us has a different gifts. And Devon have a gift of super endurance, but I even put more of this, his understanding of arm wrestling, which is combines with a big love to this sport, because he always trying to be the window for the new guys, for the amateurs, even for guys who already pull somewhere. He helps you to feel everything, to feel everything about this sport to understand something and also open in yourself something which you don't know before. And he's amazing, and I'm really happy that high hookers have this super mentor and super leader. And with him, you always learn something new. I believe that even his opponents on every match with him get something huge help, honestly, to become better. Because he show you when you think that a lot of guys, a lot of stories, and guys think that they know already everything. It was not expected, and Devon shows, no, I can beat this guy in this way or another way, or like this, or with trick, and he's fantastic. So yeah, we pull left and right, and what I wanna is, if you ask me about his strength level, guys, I believe that Devon strong like never before. And even after his injuries with Levon, I believe that future Devon, which we can see in the year or half a year, probably can be his best version.
Oh, he looks ridiculous now. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's very scary. I think he's about to turn 48 years old, and he's just looking incredible. What have we got happening in the chat before we move on? Nikolai's up and about. Neil Pickup's hanging and banging, watching with us. Many people fear the natural giants in our sport and won't teach them to use technical nuance due to their raw power, truly massive, strong. Our pullers often don't arm wrestle elusively, which is good. Jesus is in the chat. How many times matches can he pull? What would be your ideal? Because I'm not leaving practice pool at the moment, but how many matches for you do you think would be enough in 1 year if you had no injuries and your training went well?
I love when I have like line of the matches. So I like I have previously after pandemia, I was having the match left and Raiders Ryan SP. After that was Tobias Sport. After that was Hermes, and it was perfect. I love this, like when you have good tough preparation and you have line of the matches. So at least can be 2 on left and 2 on right, maybe even 3 on right and 3 on left. It depends how it goes, how tough will be the matches. Yeah. But from the beginning, from the summer, yeah, absolutely, it can be like that.
Yeah, okay. So three each hand. Do you think now at the elite level, especially the bigger guys, that they should only pull one arm super match on the day? We're just having a bit of a trend with the bigger guys. They might have an absolute banger with, say, the right arm, and then they're so tired when it gets to their left arm match later on in the day, they can't really give much.
I give you my opinion. For example, in the East versus West, it was the guys who pull left and right, and they pull firstly left, and after that they pull right with the guys who have only right-handed matches with them. I think it was not the best idea for those guys, because they was really exhausted after left-handed match and tired, not 100% ready for right-handed match. I remember it was Cody with Usmanli. Yeah, they have left match and left-handed matches was Cody won, and after that Corey has with Artem Arif and lose easily, who was not refreshed. And actually, Osmani has a match with Gennady, and Gennady was absolutely dominated that match. I believe that probably it can be different if the guys has only right-handed matches. The same guys, but only right without left. And I remember when even younger guys like Hermes and Morozov, they also have one day right and left, and firstly both of them have right-handed matches, and after that left they go like with a big break, and they said we already spent, because it was tough matches, we already spent too much energy, and they go. But on the eyes, I will see that it's so not easy to go in this situation when you spend your energy and power, and you was pushing yourself to upper the limits, and after that you need to come back to do something again. So probably it's a good idea to make time gap between this left and right. Even on the event you have some left hand day and right hand day. Even they give you some possibility to recover, to refresh yourself, refresh your mindset, and goals to do. So in this case, it's good. But I believe that maybe it's not the best idea to put some guys who have left and right in one day with the guys who pull with them only right, only one arm. So I think it's not the best idea.
Love it. Great insight. Really great insight. Yeah, because especially with the bigger guys, they tend to just be a bit gassed out, a bit tired, and then then it's like, we'll go. Yeah, it's because I just want to, because I love left arm wrestling as well. So I just want to see the best go at it all the time. And if they're a little bit fatigued, they're a little bit knackered, then it's not going to work.
Maybe in the future, sorry that I'm cutting your words, but maybe in future we will be, the viewers of the match of left-hand king of arm wrestling world. Maybe, we now have right-handed king. Levan, he says that he injured on the left. He don't want to pull left, but Artem now on the rankings, number one. But of course, we have a couple of challengers for him, and it will be great matches, I believe.
You're a challenger for him. You on the left arm. That's what we need. You can become number one. My man Marcus Thompson is in the chat. He's started this new promotion, Arm Gods. They had their first event in Ireland. They're going to be in Canada later on in the year. What's the best way to get in contact with you about potentially being on an Arm Gods event?
Actually, guys from Arm Gods have the contact to me because I was there with the seminar previously. And if somebody new wants to just to write me right anywhere in Instagram, on the Facebook Messenger, and I always open. I believe I'm a friendly guy for everybody, and I always happy and share my thoughts and give as possible answers for every questions and every request.
Yeah, because he's because he runs event. Devon was at our last one. Cobra Road's pulled, so they're wanting to become a big player in the super match format, and of course you're a big player. So hopefully you guys can work together.
We will be happy to.
Yeah, beautiful. Just going through a couple of comments because I want to talk about something. In a moment. What do we got? Neil's just talking about how strong Devon is. What else have we got? Okay, they're talking about Timmy Turner's in the chat, and he says Alex has so much potential. I genuinely believe that he can become number one in the world if he really wants.
I really appreciate it, and I want to say thank you again, everyone who writes to me, who asks where am I, how am I, and when I will become back. And honestly, I believe that a lot of us have the potential, and if we have patience and we are good with hard work, we can achieve our own best version. It's a beautiful feeling when you become better and better and better. You are happy not about only the goal, but you are happy about the way to this goal. And for me, absolutely. I understand that. So, I have, thanks to God, I have good genetics. I have good potential. It's only up to me, only up to my trainings process and about how far I want to go. And I want to go very far.
To the top. Let's get our man to the top. Now, You are probably involved in one of the most famous practice pools of all time, East versus West with Denis Cyplenkov.
Yeah.
Can we get, I mean, so much analysis and everything came from that. Do you just want to give us an update? First of all, how did Denis feel on the table? And were there any things you were and weren't allowed to do when you guys gripped up?
Of course, we go into the friendly practice to check something. He wants to check something. I also want to check. It was not about just the result. It was not a boring. We want to give something and also take something from that practice. It was beautiful to practice with him and was right. I was want to just to check how Denis is strong on the slow arm wrestling on his field, because Denis is probably not the fastest guy in the world, but I believe, one of the strongest guy in the world. And on his field at the slow arm wrestling with the control. I was even check everything. Maybe people say that I'm let him too much, but no, it's not. Absolutely not about that, because I want to give him a good grip, comfortable to him, and just to check. And when I pull slowly and check that he can hold, even I was in off season, it was not my prime version, but I already was wondering that probably John will have some troubles in the future. I was thinking immediately in that moment. And after that, when Zaur Faizulayev also go to the practice with Denis, and also he tells me that one thing, it's a pull fastly with Denis, but absolutely another thing, it's with if you go in a slow arm wrestling with a Denis. And also Zaur, after some pins on the right, in a slow arm wrestling, he says to me that, yeah, Denis has the power. So both of us, after that practice with Denis on right, was in the same thoughts. And after that left, I was involved a little bit more, because for me, Denis on the left is something special. I even don't remember, somebody won him on the matches, even on the practices. Maybe only Vitaly, when Vitaly was on the very good shape, and Denis was just out absolutely on the trainings. On the practice, Vitaly was stronger, but I don't remember that too much guys can offer to Denis during practice something much on left, because he is huge, he is very powerful, and now I believe that he is very good technically. I believe that technically now we have one of the best Denis version. Now he can control all the moments like he wants. He know how to play his game, and I believe if somebody trying to pull with him in slow arm wrestling, it will be very, very tough match for that person. And he, in the day when we pull left, he was not on his prime. He was not trained too much left, not too much right. He was want to check. That's why I also want to give some possibility to check to him and also check myself. It was only a couple of times, but it was very, very special pulling with Denis. And I was thinking, my prediction was come true after the match versus John. Yeah, it was the result which was expected a little bit by me.
Yeah. Do you think you could take Denis in a right arm or left arm match? Do you think you could beat him after feeling him on the table?
You mean me and Denis on left?
Left or right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful. So you felt enough there, because when we watched the practice, everyone was, Alex is finished. Denis is rising to the top. Alex has gotten weak since he's been pulling. So it was good to get, your perspective on it. But I would definitely love to see you pull Denis in the future. Has anyone spoken to you about a match with Denis in the future?
Yeah, we have always some list of priorities and potential opponents, and of course this match absolutely interested, because if even I say to you the top guys on the left, Denis will be there. He already there, and also on the right the same. So you want to pull not just to be number one, but you want to defeat the strongest guys. And if you ask about Denis is a guy who is actually part of the arm wrestling history, and he's he is the guy who was pull with everyone. He was wants to pull the strongest guys to be number one. So he absolutely deserved to pull with him to be real number one, because it's not the lottery, and no one wants to be just a lucky ticket guy. He wants to deserve your real number one. So that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Matt Rhodes Sports in the chat. He says, hope your guys are well. Bigos plus
Pierogi. Yeah, it's a Polish dishes. Yeah, it's great Polish dishes. Best wishes to Matt Rhodes. And, it was already some legends about Kieliszkowski and about me, because both of us, we love these national Polish dishes. And, pierogi, bigos, and also I will add golonka to the list. And it's absolutely power.
Oh, there you go. I might have to try that. How far is Poland from Norway?
One more.
How far is Poland to Norway?
Not so far away. I will not tell you exactly how much kilometers, but it's not like 1 hour or 2 hours of flight.
Well, I'll be in Norway next week, Alex. Come over. Come to the Hardanger Open. Come say hello, and then you can bring me a Polish dish. Neil's putting it out there. He's like, okay, Alex, what about a rematch between yourself and Hermes at Arm Wars in August, early September? If you're interested, let's talk. We'll speak with the Bambino and get it done.
Neil, thank you. I'm always interested. You know that I'm always interested, and I love this stage. And of course, I know that Hermes also will ask about some special offer, which I support. Yeah. But about our interest level, absolutely yes.
There we go. Absolutely. I mean, as you can tell, I love. I just want you back on the table, because I mean, your last match was against Rick in Canada. Now, that was August?
It was September. Yeah. Rick is a great guy. He's a great guy. And, I was asking what about the level? Because, of course, for organizers, so you need to find the possible way of guys who are in a good, who can show good battle, yeah? I believe that Rick improved for that match, and I believe that he will improve after that match. But of course, honestly, for me, it's also was a big pleasure to visit Canada, to visit the Devon place, to Arm and Dangerous clubs, to High Hookers clubs, and the rest of clubs. Guys, you are awesome. I believe that Canada is a very, very special place of arm wrestling, and definitely we'll come back there in the future.
Yeah, beautiful. Guys, get some questions in, because we're only going to go for about 5 or 10 more minutes. Alex is a very busy man, so we're very happy that he's able to join us on the show. Just a couple of things about future matches. Of course, East versus West 7's coming up. Devon versus Gennadi's the main event. Who do you think will win that matchup?
I will put on the slight favorite Devon. I know that Gennady will prepare his best version, but according to my feelings of Devon hand, he will be very good on the hand control, and it will be, it can be the key in that match. But absolutely, it will be a very interesting match, because Gennady is a guy who never quits, never give up. Yeah. To lose 1 round or 2 rounds for Gennady, it's nothing. In round number 3, he will check something new, and can defeat the guys who was already thinking that he defeat him. like it was the story with the Dave. And Gennady also very serious about that match. Very serious. I believe that everyone who goes with Devon should be very serious about that match. And if I need to make a prediction, I would say that it will be the day with the checking of Gennady's wrist. It will be checking of Gennady's wrist and his endurance, because both of guys are very endurable. Devon extremely endurable, and Gennady also. And it will be the first, in my opinion, checking of the wrist, and second, it will be checking of endurance.
Oh, love it. Got a score for us? What do you think the score will be?
Honestly, I even don't care about the score. Like I said, in my eyes, the favorite is Devon. Yeah, but even, for example, it will be 6-0, 5-0, 3-0, 2-0, 2-2, and 3-2. I want to see interesting match, and I know with those guys, it will be beautiful match.
Yeah, brilliant. And then at the next East versus West, the main event's going to be Levan versus Morozov.
Yeah.
Where do you see that going?
For me, Levan still is a favorite. Like Artem is a big challenger. Big. Yeah. He's young, he's fresh, he have fire in their eyes. He's awesome. I like the guy. But Levan now can be even more dangerous, because he was on the prime, and nobody was really challengeable for him. And after the match with Hermes, I believe that Levan will even improve by his first endurance and about complete the movements which he wants. Yeah, sometimes you have couple of good movements in your plan, and if plan A don't go good, you go to plan B or plan C. And I believe that in the future we will see the version of Levan which will be able to do something even if plan A not go pretty well. So if he goes firstly about his endurance and about his own shape, so he will be even more dangerous.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I think after that match, it'd be silly not to improve and go from there. So both mega matchups, and I can't wait for it. Wake Up, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, Alex, how did Devon feel on the right hand whenever you pulled him at his house? I know this was never disclosed, as it was a secret pull. We actually spoke about this about 15, 20 minutes ago, so you might have to rewind. In a few short words, Alex, you just want to repeat?
Shortly, guys, Devon is amazing. Both hands, left and right. He's really amazing. And he's the guy, when you pull with him, it's not enough to be just stronger than him. Even in a couple of movements, it's not to be enough. And he's always on the practice. He's always give it to you. He helps you to find something in yourself. So if you ask me about level, like I said before, he's amazing.
Yeah. So there you go. So just reiterate that. Where do you rate yourself in the rankings? If you were to do a rankings, where would you slot yourself? Are you top 3? Are you 7th? Are you 10th? Do you feel there's 15, 20 people bigger than you?
I always respect the guys who make these rankings, because sometimes, like, one guys have one system, second guy has second system, and I know there is confrontation between of them. Oh, my ranking is better than yours. And for me, I will put myself now like a pretender. At the top 8, we have like the champions and pretenders. Pretenders are hungry. Pretenders are a little bit angry. They have fire. They want something. They want to go and storm. And for me, guys, I don't know where put for today, but I believe that my future fights will show where am I.
Beautiful. We just want that future match, and you're looking around. Hopefully, your summer. to come back and have a match. So
Exactly.
where do you think it's going to be, guys? And who do you think it's going to be against? Let us know in the comments. So during our poll from earlier, 34% think between 2 to 3 or 3+ years that you will become number one in the world, which is awesome. And how many votes?
Very fast. I will be trying to do according to this schedule.
Yeah, 181 votes, so that's pretty good. I love it. I love it. Guys, any quick questions? Any final questions before we wrap up the show? Let me go through some of the comments. What have we got? People are happy with all your answers. People are talking to each other. Let me scroll back, see if there's any good questions. Are you interested in a match with Prudnik?
Absolutely yes. Maybe he's not on the top of the list, but definitely I believe that Evgeny is one of the best hookers in the world, and even not in his category, but overall, he's one of the best. Absolutely,
Yeah. So, absolutely. Troy saying you're never a pretender. You're only a contender, which is good. Spermies is saying Alex equals the nicest person. As an
Thank you, guys. Guys, you are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're all just saying amazing stuff there. Amazing, which is good. Now, if you get, is the burning of a rematch? We were talking about it earlier, but is the burning of a rematch with Dave Chaffee the priority?
Yes. Dave knows it, because for me, I love to check myself. And, if I will see Dave's matches, even with Artem Morozov, even with Gennady, it was absolutely not easy matches for the guys. So today, one athlete won, but another day, second athlete can win. And I believe that Dave also improved a lot of this year. 1 year ago, guys, it was number 1, Levan, number 2, Vitaly, and I was number 3. Now, Dave put out of 10, 2 of these guys on the list. And, I think Levan was very, very, very worried about match with Dave, because everyone's remember of the past of Dave, his matches with Denis, when Dave showed the level of the power. And I think that Levan, when he pulled with Dave, was very serious about the preparation. So Dave, it's a cool check of your power. And I want to check with the Dave. I already know his level, and I believe that he will be better when we will get the rematch, and definitely I will.
Get that Polish sausage power back on the table. That is brilliant. We are on. Hayek is in the chat. Thank you very much. And he says, Alex is a gem of the sport. We need more Kurdecha, which is brilliant there. Of course we do. And it's all happening. Guys, we're going to wrap up the show there, unless any final, really awesome questions come in. But if we can all please thank the man, Alex Kurdecha, for spending some time with us, hanging and banging, slinging and slanging, and speaking to this lunatic from Australia. We really, really appreciate it. So if we can all give Alex a bit of a thanks. And Alex, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. You're awesome. And I believe that all the viewers was enjoying the show. Thank you, guys, for watching Arm Wrestling. You help us to become Arm Wrestling bigger. You are part of these big events and big shows, because thanks to you, we are enjoying this everything, not about ourselves, but like in a big Arm Wrestling family. So be happy, be strong, and be healthy.
There it is, from the great man himself. All right, guys, we're out of here, and we will see you next time.